What is up, No Pants Gang, and welcome back to the Brian Ford 3-Sport Career Mode, the savior of Detroit. Today we are starting off in the NFL against the Dolphins. So as you can see, first play from scrimmage here, we are going to go ahead and just lay the lumber there on Mostert. As here we go later into the first quarter. We're going to get through a lot of games in this video, both NBA and NFL, and we are also not going to be doing a lot of highlights per game. I want to try to get through the video pretty quickly, but we did get through about a month's worth of play in this video. So here's Tua dropping back, and he's going to get dropped. This will cause a 3rd and 14. That would ultimately cause the Dolphins to take a field goal, but here they are right back on offense before the end of the half. Just 3-0 in the game. Not a whole lot going on in this one. As here we are laying the absolute lumber on Mike Gesicki. 6-0 Dolphins here in the second half. As here we are, Mostert again getting laid out, and Hutchinson picks up the fumble. He's going to go the other way before being taken down by a Dolphins lineman. And we take over in their territory, and then Goff throws an interception on the second play. So the fumble really doesn't do anything for us there. Still 6-0 here, 2:32 left in the third. As here is Tua dropping back once again out of the shotgun, throws over the middle, and we are once again going to just lay the lumber as we were big hitting all game. Still 6-0. Here's 3rd and goal, start of the fourth quarter for the Dolphins. So no points for our offense yet in this game as we bring a little heat. Tua goes over the middle for Tyreek for a touchdown. It's now 13-0 Dolphins as they get right back in the red zone after we turn it over on downs. Still like they converted the 2-point conversion at the 1 here on 3rd and goal, and they are just going to go not in this time as we try to force a field goal here, but we do end up losing this game. Offense put up quite literally no points, and there is our stats on the day. But like I said, we do drop this game as we are now getting into some NBA action. Already in the second quarter here against the Bucks, we're down 9 as we had a very slow start to this game. As here we are in the corner knocking down a 3. Cutting that lead to just 6, but obviously Milwaukee, a very tough place to play. As here is Joe Ingles going into Giannis, and this is pretty much what it was the entire first half. Just them going to Giannis in the paint and him scoring with ease. We had not have an answer. As here we are finding Cade Cunningham in the corner. He's going to knock down a 3 to bring the lead to just 8. But this entire game was a rough one. Here we are, second half, still down 10. Just could not put up many points. This Bucks defense was incredible. Here we get Joe Ingles with a pump fake, go down the lane, get right past Lopez, and score at the rim. A good bucket there for Ford. As we go around Ingles, and then Lopez couldn't recover in time. Usually a very good shot blocker, and I was pretty happy we didn't get blocked right there. As now we're down 18, trying to work on Grayson Allen as we head into the paint, go up, and a nice little shot here from the Savior. Is a very nice tough layup with the left hand here, but we're still down 16 as there's a nice little flip inside to Duran as he yams one home. This is actually our second game in a row in Milwaukee against the Bucks. As you can see, we started a new game as it was 2-2 there. They got us started right there. The Savior are getting a tip for the offensive rebound as we go to Wiseman for a bucket. Once again, trailing early in the game here in Milwaukee. As here, Cade finds us top of the key for 3. We didn't get the animation, but we do get the green as we now are trailing by just 5. As here's Duran again inside once again as he goes back out to us. We get Ingles with another pump fake, and everybody says, why don't you try to dunk on somebody? Well, it's not that we don't. We just don't have the stats quite yet. As here we get Ingles with another pump fake as we go down the lane and kind of hesitate there to make sure nobody is going to block us, but we do get it up and in. 14-point game as we do end up losing that one as well. As here's our stats. We dropped 14 in the first one and just had 18 in the second one. Neither game was a very good game for us as a team as we try to get back in the win column here against the Cavs. Not a whole lot going on for us in the second half, or in the first half. As you can see, we are down 15 to start the second. We get us rolling here with a headband on to get us down 12 after we hit a 3. As here we are working on Rubio as we post him up, little drop step, go up with the left, easy money right there from inside. As we try to crawl back in this game, now just down 11. As here we are posting up Garland, same move, go to the left, easy money, 9-point game as we once again are trying to crawl back. Still a 7-point game. Rubio once again in the post. You got to remember that's not a shooting guard in there with him, that's a linebacker as we bring it to a 5-point game. And once again, just bullying Rubio down low as our strength stat really isn't all that high, but his is just incredibly low. Now down to a 3-point game here in the fourth as it was all a fourth quarter comeback, or second half comeback for us in this one. So we are going right at Karis LeVert in a 6-point game, getting the bucket to fall and one. We would miss the free throw, but we get it tied back up 61-61 late in the game as here's Allen giving a screen to Garland. Garland's going to come in, and it gets stolen away. Duran gets the steal as we head the other way, one-on-one with the opposition, going up, and we get the bucket to fall. We lead now by 2. And we would end up winning the game after some free throws. As you can see, we had a 38-8 game in this one. Ended up with 3 blocks as well. Played maybe the best game of our season as a whole in that game and had a very good second half comeback as a team. As now we are jumping back into NFL action here against the Packers, as this is a big divisional game that we have in this matchup against the Packers. As you can see, first play they go to Christian Watson. He outruns everybody, and he scores very first play from scrimmage. Packers lead 7-0. Not the way we wanted to start this game, as now we actually go back and get 7 ourselves, and now tied up. Packers' second play from scrimmage here. They go to Watson on a slant. Nobody tackles him, and he takes it 75 yards into the end zone, putting up Randy Moss on Thanksgiving Day stats so far for the young man, having himself an absolute day here in Detroit. Luckily, the offense kind of came to play. They do turn it over right here, and then we have to go back on defense. Here's Rodgers dropping back once again. He's going to drop this ball off to Dillon, and Dillon gets crushed out of bounds right here. 2nd and 8 for the Packers as they go over the middle, and this one's picked off by Hughes, who's having an incredible season. He does get taken down by an offensive lineman, but we do force the turnover, hoping the offense can get it back as they don't, or get the points back as they don't. We do get a field goal, though, as now we're going back to defense, and another just missed tackle, and he's just going to outrun everybody. As I don't know if we just don't have the speed to match up with these Packers receivers, but they just kept outrunning our DBs. And an easy touchdown there for Jakeem Grant Sr. So now Packers leading 24-7. Things looking bleak here still in the first half. Rodgers going to throw over the middle as we lay the wood to that poor tight end, as the offense picked it up there in the second half. Now just a 10-point game as we try to get a stop here and keep this lead where it is. All over the middle as we crush whoever that is, but he does go into the end zone. We do lose this game, as there is our stats. Didn't have any TFLs, had quite a few tackles though, but another loss for the Lions as we're starting to hit a little bit of a midseason blurb here, and we are in a little bit of a losing streak, but hopefully we can turn it around. As we now go right back into some more NBA action. Here we are, another slow start here against OKC as we find Wiseman for a dunk to get things going as we now trail by 6, down by 3 here in the second quarter as we are jumping way into this game as we just go right around everybody. Little hesitation, and we get the left-handed dunk. As now here we are getting a screen from Wiseman as he's going to go up, a little lay in there as we get another assist. Didn't really do much with our scoring in the first half, had to just get assist. As here we go to Bogdanovich. He knocks down a 3, and we lead by 4. As after a slow start, we're up 4 in the second half, now 6. As here's a block by Jalen Duren. He's going to go to Ivy. Ivy now to us. We go down the middle. Nobody gets in the way, and a two-hand little soft lay-in dunk there for Brian Ford. As here we are setting a back screen. As now we just cut, go in. Easy layup as the old fake screen works to perfection right there. Leading by 10 now in the fourth quarter. Here's Burks going to us as we drop one off for Cade, who slams it down with both hands. And that is an and 1, as now we're up 15. Here's Cade finding us as we're just going to lay this one in. A 17-point lead for Detroit. It was all us in the second half of this game as we finished with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, almost had our first career triple-double. As into our next NBA game, I think we have 2 games in a row against the Celtics. Here's Burks just going inside. Really wasn't much highlights for anything in the first half as we were just dominating the Celtics. As here we are getting another 3 as our offense wasn't really doing that well. It was just our defense just stifling the Celtics offense the entire day. As here we are up 23 in the fourth quarter as Cade goes to us for a nice lay-in. As they just simply could not score the entire game. There really wasn't much to show in this game. Like I said, just a bunch of defense getting played. As here we are going right around Derek White for another lay-in, as I wish we kind of would have slammed that. But it was a dominant win for us in this game. As here we lead by 26, now 23 in the fourth, getting a screen on Tatum, going in. Nobody stops us, and we dunk on Al Horford. Didn't get the animation, but still a pretty nice looking dunk there as we go 24, 8, and 8, 2 steals, 2 blocks, no turnovers in this game, and went 10 for 12 at the line. As we're starting to hit a little bit of a midseason stride here in the NBA, as here we are knocking down a 3 in the second quarter for our first bucket in the Garden here. As now we're posting up quickly, going up, getting a nice little righty hook fade thing to go there. As we are posting up quickly again, going away from the basket, getting another one to fall, leading now by 6 in the third quarter. Another low-scoring game here. As K drops this one off to us, we go in, get right around Randall, and put another one in. Now for just a 4-point Knicks lead. Brian Ford, like I said, really hitting a little bit of a midseason stride in terms of scoring, passing, and rebounding all here in the Pistons uniform. As here we just get a good cut, go up for the pump fake, no good, as we just shove off Josh Hart right there for the layup, now having the lead. 5-point game now in the fourth. We get a pass from Bogdanovich, go up, and get the and 1 against Emmanuel quickly, as he just could not handle the strength of the Savior there. We would get another bucket. Then we went 1 for 2 at the line. As here's D. Rose trying to maybe put the game on ice. He goes to Randall. Randall now top of the key, looking around, trying to put some moves on Bagley. He's going to go in and couldn't get it to fall. Bagley gets the rebound. He goes immediately to Cade. Now the Pistons pushing it up the floor. Cade goes into us as we're going to look to post up quickly again and try to get the bucket. So we're trying to maybe clear it out. Cade can't figure it out. So now we get a switch now onto D-Rose, who's a little bit stronger, but we're still going to try it. As we do our little drop step, go up and get the bad animation and just miss it. So now we have to foul. That foul doesn't put us in the bonus, so Knicks inbound one more time. Randall gets it. Bagley fouls him. He goes to the line. Julius Randle now with a chance to make this a 3-point game. Randall's first free throw just rims out, as he needed that one bad. Now he can only make it a 2-point game, as here he goes once again, Randall, and he couldn't get either of them to fall. An 0 for 2 trip with 5 seconds left for Julius Randle. Pistons now with a chance to win it. Here's Cade. Cade looking around, trying to drive in on D-Rose, finds a cutter. That's Ford, who goes up for the layup, and he knocks it down as time expires. Brian Ford with a game winner. Madison Square Garden wanted a show, and they were brought Brian Ford. As look at him go away from the defense. He's wide open in there. Gets it to fall at the horn for the win. We didn't need a 3, just needed a layup, and we get it as the Pistons steal one from the Knicks in the Garden. And a big legacy game there for Ford, as he was all buckets, 30 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, no turnovers once again. As here's Cade finding his top of the key, this time at home against the Celtics, and we're right on top of them once again. Or actually, they're on top of us this time, as I got my score mixed up. We're down 6. We're going to hit 2 threes in the first half to bring this down to a 3-point game. As here we are once again, very next possession, we're going to get a pass as we throw a lob to Isaiah Stewart, who jams this one down for just a 1-point game. As we actually found a little bit of a connection with him over these next couple games. I think we throw him a couple lobs. As here's White driving in against Stewart. He's going to get that pass stolen. Is now up the floor. Here's Ford for a jam, as the Celtics just can't figure out how to keep the ball in play. As here we are to start the second half. How about another steal from the Savior? As we're going to go falling out of bounds to Cade Cunningham, who jams one with the right hand. What a way to start the second half. As here's another steal as Brown finds nobody. This one picked up by Bagley. He goes to Cade right up the floor for the streaking Ford for another dunk to open up the half. But we're not done yet. Here's Duren with another steal. Cade goes to Ford up the floor, and he finds Bagley trailing, who puts Brogdon on an absolute poster. Showtime Pistons, as Bagley goes up and over. All Pistons second half. We dropped 24, 4, and 3 steals. Did have 4 turnovers this game. As you can see, up to this point, we are averaging just under 20 points, 5.5 boards, 4.5 assists, a steal. Not quite a block. Our shooting percentage isn't great, but our 3-point percentage is actually very good. And our free throw percentage is at 80. Just need to get our base field goal percentage up a little bit, as now we're back in the NFL. Another divisional game against the Bears, and here's Justin Fields throwing a very early pick in the game as we go up 7-0 after that pick. We give up a field goal. Now back on defense, here are the Bears. As here's a quick pass to Cole Kmet, and he gets crushed by Ford. Couldn't quite pick it up, but it is scooped up by the Lions, and here we come the other way, and Justin Fields just pushes him out at the 11, but we give our offense great position. They capitalize for now an 11-point lead. As here's a screen, Montgomery going nowhere. Look at Ford come out of nowhere to make the play. Initially went at Fields, but then made the play on the screen. As now we're leading 35-6. Bears just could not figure it out defensively. This was all our offense, but then we do get a pick 6 right here on a guy's name who I have no chance how to pronounce. That's Amani for sure, the first name. No idea how to say the second name or his last name, as we're now up 36 points, and he gets another one. Doesn't quite take this one to the house as Justin Fields takes him down just out of frustration, but we absolutely dominate the Bears here in this week. A big bounce-back win for the Lions as we have 52 points on the board here in the fourth quarter. As here's Fields dropping a little screen as we're going to come over and get David Montgomery right here. Just another tackle for the Savior as they're trying to go hurry up here. Here's Fields. He's going to throw one more pass, and it's picked off again. This defense is everywhere. Here's Hughes, and he's going to take this one all the way to the house. We were 1 point away from dropping a 50-burger on the Bears as we own them in Chicago. As there's our stats on the game. Really didn't have much, really didn't need to have much as we won this game by almost 50 points. Just a dominant performance there for the Lions, and now we head back into a little more NBA action facing the Raptors in this game, getting our first bucket for the team here as we were down 9-0, could not get anything started the first 4 minutes of the game. Still down 11 here. Here's Burks going to us as we just kind of go down the lane, nobody in the way, and we lay another one in as we now trail by 9. As here's Fred VanVleet working on Cade Cunningham. He's going to throw a lob, and we contest everything as we force a miss there from, I think that's Precious Achiuwa. who now goes to Alec Burks. Burks into Cade, who goes up for the jam. Like I said, all hustle for the Savior. We will contest everything, as here we are posting up the cold Fred VanVleet. Little drop step. We go up just body to body, and the linebacker wins that one every time. 5-point game now as we go into the second half, and we are getting drilled. As I don't know what OG Anunoby's doing there, but we do get fouled here. Not a lot of highlights in the second half. Raptors owned us in that, as we just have 15.6 boards, 2 assists, and just not a great night overall as a team, as we do take the loss in that one. So as you can see, the rest of the stats, there are a lot of offers for our team, as now we're in Los Angeles playing the Clippers. We have a West Road stand as they find us again in the corner. People are not going to learn, I guess, as we hit another one. Down 4 now in the second. Here's Cade finding us, same corner, same spot, same result, as we knock down another 3 for now a 1-point game. Now into the second half. Here we are trying to go against Gordon. As we lose it, he goes for the ball, and we get it back and just yam one in. Not exactly how we drew it up. We're having ourselves a nice little game so far, still trailing by 5 here in the fourth as we go up against Gordon. Once again, right Plumlee right there. We do get fouled. Only hit 1 right there. As time now winding down, low-scoring game. Cade goes up the floor to the Savior. We're going to drop it off for James Wiseman, who jams one in. Just a 4-point game now. But here in the last couple minutes, Kawhi was taken over. He simply couldn't miss, as here we do get a mid-range jumper to fall. Back to a 2-point game with 25 seconds left, but after some fouling, the Clippers would take this one. So we have 17, 8, and 8, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 6 turnovers. We're still looking for that first triple-double, but we are getting awfully close every game, and we're getting really good play out of our bigs as well. As now we are heading into our last basketball game of the episode. We're in LA against the Lakers, another game in the Staples Center, as here we are setting a back screen for Cade to get a bucket. We did miss a game against the Kings for our next football game, as we do have to leave the West Coast trip a little early, but we do find Stewart there for a lob as we go down the lane here, put up a nice righty flip for the bucket. Now just a 3-point Pistons lead here later in the game. Here's Bogdanovich missing it. Offensive rebound for the Savior. Nobody contests. We lay one in for now a 5-point lead, as we didn't really do a whole lot in this game, but we do come out with the win. Just 14 points for us, and a lot of it was from the line. As you can see there, only 6 of our points coming from the floor. As now we are in our last game of the episode, a football game against the Giants in New York here. As here's Daniel Jones dropping back on their first possession, and that's how this one would end, as they get a touchdown pass to Mo Alley Cox. 7-3 here in favor of the Lions. Just a couple seconds left in the first quarter. So here's Daniel Jones dropping back once again, as he's going to find somebody over the middle, as we just get caught a little bit there. Just got outsped by the tight end, but we do take him down. Now in the second half, same possession for the Giants. Here's Jones getting hit as he throws, but he finds a man for an absolute strike in the end zone. I think that's Slayton for the touchdown. As here we are now leading by 3 in the second half. First possession for the Giants, as here we are taking Barkley down. 2nd and 7 now for the Giants. Once again, Daniel Jones dropping back as he's looking, as we are going to come over, take a little bit of a bad angle, but we do take him down here. Maybe could have gotten him a couple yards earlier, but he was still going to get the first. As now 3rd and goal here in the big 3rd and goal. Trying to keep this at a field goal game, or maybe tied, as a good break up there by some Lions defenders. Giants have to take 3. Offense does nothing. Now a Giants offense back in the red zone. As here the Daniel Jones just keeps backing up, and he finally goes down. Had time to recite the Declaration of Independence back there, but they do get nothing there, or just 3 there, as here's a screen. Brian Ford coming over, making the play, as we do need a little help, but Barkley gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage as we try to put this back in the hands of our offense. Another 1st and 10 for the Giants, as here's Barkley going down once again. Just a 3-point game, as we do force the stop. Offense does score, and we do win this game, as there is our stats. We've got a TFL and 8 tackles, but I just want to thank everybody for watching this video. Sorry it took so long to come out, but we will have more content for you. I will have more content for you guys later, and I also have a new series that I want to introduce coming up as well. It will be on MLB, so I hope you guys are all excited for that, and I hope you guys are excited for more Brian Ford, the Savior of Detroit. But that is all the time I have for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.